Okay. The cost of living here is 100 times cheaper than the cost of living in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Upon me leaving Boston initially and going to New York, I realized that I could go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an incredibly freeing experience for me. To be perfectly honest, in Boston, I was dealing with the same job opportunities, going to the same clubs,
mm-hmm.
seeing the same people, and it was depressing for me. Not to mention the fact that, and I'll be perfectly honest, and those who are of a certain era will know this, I was in a relationship in Boston for close to 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've spoke about this on my own YouTube channel, but that relationship, it didn't run me out of the city, but I needed to try. I needed to see whether or not I could stand on my own 2 feet independently of the person that I was with. It was a very codependent, very toxic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to get the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
Just that simple. I had to get the hell out. So I did. And so during the interim of time between New York and Kentucky, when I was back in Boston, I never intended to stay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a passing thought because it's a comfort zone. My mother is there. I have family and friends there.
Mm-hmm.
But when I realized that once again I could get up and I could leave and I could try to forge a life for myself on my own terms and in my own way, that's what I did. It had nothing to do, and honestly, I almost don't even want to dignify it with a response, but it had nothing to do with the ballroom scene.
Mm-hmm.
My life has never revolved around ballroom. I've never been one of those people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not laid up watching DVD after DVD and YouTube clip after YouTube clip,
mm-hmm.
trying to call everybody I know to tell them how well I did. That's never been my MO,
mm-hmm.
ever. So the very notion that the ballroom scene had anything to do with what Jahaira D'Alto does in her personal life is anathema to me.
Mm-hmm.
Never the case. Ew, Pepsi.
So, wow.
I love this sweater on me. I'm just putting it out there.
So, being someone who comes from Boston,
mm-hmm.
we know that a lot of NYC girls used to come to Boston and hang out and
mm-hmm.
play around, and some of the actually the NYC girls actually got some of their starts in Boston.
Yes.
And I know that a lot of people look at Boston as sometimes an easy win or Boston is a late city. But that's why I always say in my interviews is that sometimes y'all don't know that some of y'all legends in NYC actually used to come to Boston and play with the girls.
Absolutely.
And you used to sleep on some of the
legends
girls'
and
floors,
icons.
And used to sleep on some of the girls' couches
mm-hmm.
and go to the clubs with the girls and used to learn how to dip the right way.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And
yes.
you know, and I could go down the names of those girls, but I don't have time for it because some of the girls may deny that it was them. But who has time for that? I don't. It's 4:44 in the morning and I'm hungry.
I don't care. I don't care.
So,
not at all.
But being from Boston, you have seen some of the growth. You have seen some of the death, we can say.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen some of the life. We've seen some of the restorations. Where do you feel that Boston needs to grow within its scene, or what needs to grow within its scene?
Wow.
Or within our scene, sorry.
One more cigarette.
I'm drinking this. It's from Walmart. I don't know if you can see it. It's really good. It's really
You're
good.
reversed. It's peach sparkling water.
Yeah, it's really wonderful. Change your life if you let it.
Okay, so where do I see growth, or where would I like to see growth within Boston?
Yeah, so what needs to grow? What needs to shed? What needs to?
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. To a certain degree, I feel like Boston has a tendency to manufacture a sense of competition where there may not be none.
Will you mind elaborating that?
Yeah. And this just kind of ties into, like, if there was any advice I had to give Boston, it would be this. Boston and New England at large needs to establish a sense of cohesion. They need to establish a sense of unity. And I'm just going to give you an example. If there is a ball at the Globe in Jersey, and I'm not trying to compare Boston to New York, I just heard somebody in my head. But if there was a ball at the Globe in Jersey, and it was late, nobody would jump on the PATH train going back to New York saying, damn that late-ass ball and fuck Jersey. Do you understand where I'm going with this? But if there is a ball in Providence, and Boston has to, you know, truck it back to the city,
45
and that thing ends up being late, it's going to be, oh, that ball was so late, but you know what those Providence girls give. That's why we stick to up here. That impedes the growth of a region. I am a part of a region now. Kentucky is not just considered Midwest, it's actually a region unto itself with Ohio and Indiana. And I don't know that it's necessarily better. I haven't necessarily been as exposed to the OKI as I have to Boston and New England. But I strongly feel like the way to attract people to a city or to a region is to present a united front. So you take the best, the cream of the crop from every city within your region. You know what I'm saying? The child or the children in Boston that you know are going to throw a ball and have a successful ball, will get through their categories, will give out their cash. It won't be too much funny stuff. You know what I'm saying? The children in Providence that can do the same thing, and the children in Connecticut that can do the same thing, and you all get together and say, how can we make this as a collective better? Because the ballroom in general doesn't need heroes. They need functioning areas. You know what I'm saying? And once people see the fun in it, once people see, you know what I'm saying, that, oh, they're not playing, this whole area it got each other's back, that's what's going to get the numbers in there. And that's where I feel like Boston is lacking, that Boston, and I don't mean to make a general statement, I really don't, but there are people in Boston who seem to feel as though they need to be an island unto themselves. And nobody's going to go down in history as, I kept Boston afloat. No, let's work together. Let's get this thing done as a group.
I can agree with that.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the last question of the night? If there was one thing you want to leave for the viewers of Boston or anywhere, the people that are viewing this, what would that be? What would that be?
Wow. Jahaira is wholly, completely, unapologetically Jahaira. And for those people who believe that I have changed because I have certain titles and statuses before my name or certain accolades behind my name, you never really knew me to begin with. Who I was back in the days of Boston Glass, running to Little Stevie's, or to the arcade on Huntington, or to the fountain at Copley, or to the Arlington Street Church, or to Bay Village, it's still Jahaira. None of that has changed. Yes, I've grown. I'm 32 years old. It would be awful if I hadn't grown. But who I am is who I've been. And everything else is just gravy. And if you feel, because I don't feel, if you feel that that's affected the core of my genetic makeup, it's really your loss. And I promise you I'm not thinking about you. Those people in Boston and Providence, can't forget Providence, and Connecticut, who truly know me, know my heart, and they know that I miss them. And those who have to wonder if I miss them, I probably don't.
Will Boston be seeing you anytime soon?
Absolutely. Yeah,
would you
absolutely.
like to share that win, or would you just like to
No.
Wow.
Yeah, just be looking out. I will be there. I still have a mother there, y'all. I'm not going to be gone too much longer. You know what I mean? I will be visiting. I will be stopping in. I have wonderful kids there. Shouts out to Fees. Shouts out to my Peppermint Patty. And then all those who mean something to me. My niecey and my Mike, my lover with his huge schlong.
We're going to edit that.
My mother, Dwayne, for the rest of my natural life, Dwayne. And just everybody who knows, everyone who knows. You'll be seeing me soon, I promise.
So with that being said, we want to thank you. This is our first episode ever, the pilot.
And please be sure to check me out on YouTube right here at youtube.com/Jahaira's Mission. It's a funny little show that I've concocted.
If you're ever looking for an episode, anything on her thing to watch, please watch the Cinnamon Challenge. I promise you that you'll get a real good laughter from me.
Right. That's how you'll know I haven't changed, because I'm still willing to make an ass out of myself for the sake of seeing people laugh.
Yeah. So with that being said, we want to thank you again, and this is your Boston's Finest Athena Khan signing out. It is 4:52, and frankly, I am tired
and hungry.
So, love you, Boston. Love everyone. See you all soon. Be looking out for episodes 2, 3, and 5,000 more to come.
And beyond.
Yes. So, love you all. See you all soon. God bless. Bye-bye.